first 5-wicket haul.
Stand up to the stumps for Justin Greaves as well. Good on Shan Masood. I know a number of people in Pakistan, but not sure what time it is there. PM. Top of off, straightens, just straightens. I don't blame Salman Ali Agha there at all.
You can't blame him for that dismissal. An absolute peach of a delivery. Not much he could have done. Obviously, when he reviews this later on, he'll probably think maybe I could hold the side on position, but it's coming in. And just holds its line. You see there, acknowledgement. Nothing I could have done. Too good. Good wrist position from Joseph. And Shan here, yesterday when he was driving, he was squirting the ball a lot squarer the wicket. Here today, more in front of him, more into that mid-off, extra cover region. Just telling you, he's feeling a lot more comfortable at the crease now. Faced 181 deliveries. Absolutely key in this situation. If the West Indies can remove him here, still 67 runs behind. Bringing Jamal to the crease, he'll give them a real opportunity.
We look at world cricket and we look all over the world, and we're happy for generally cricketers, and Shan is one of those I've always had great admiration for. The other big thing in his life was when he lost his sister a few years ago, I think Mishu in 2021. It really opened up his eyes and gave him perspective, he says, about what is important. He went on social media and he says the most precious thing in his life was his sister. And he says it put him in a different space as to what's important in life and put his cricket into perspective. And if you've ever lost a family member, particularly one who's close to you, you understand what Shan Masood was talking about. Even as sportsmen, you're not immune from instances of life. He's always busy, Rizwan, bat dropping up, picking it up. Another one hits the stumps. The irrepressible Justin Greaves as well. Back-to-back strikes for the West Indies. Little bit of a collapse.
Finally one on the money from Justin Greaves in that right area. Maybe a bit too wide to begin with, but he's found that line and length perfect. Maybe a slight inside edge, yes. Slight edge, back onto the stumps. Greaves picks up his first. He'll be happy with that. Removing the Centurion, Shan Masood.
Greaves, we did a little feature on him this morning and his value to do two jobs. The holding job, if necessary. And he picked up, for example, 3 important wickets in that test match against Sri Lanka. And he's been doing it a lot, actually. Medium pace.
Quite a versatile cricketer, Justin Greaves. Just has that ability as well to maybe just be a tad bit quicker than you expect. Just there through the gap. Once again. Another goes middle stump this time, flying out the ground. So the West Indies here finding wickets a bit more regularly on day 3. Their third, Justin Greaves is second. Jamal goes for just 3. Full in length, no real stride, the feet go nowhere. Breaches the defenses. Justin Greaves, you were just saying how important he is to this West Indian lineup.
They put in the investment in the first hour, the West Indies, and we talk about investment spells. And now reaping the rewards. If it just shaped away in the air and then decked a little bit back on pitching. Standing from Greaves. They're filling up the slip cordon, and I think that's the right thing to do. Ali Usman does have a first-class 100, but I think you want to fill up the slip cordon a bit more, actually, and attack him at least for a couple of balls a bit more. Maybe even a short leg. He has 5 half-centuries and 100 in first-class cricket.
Yeah, he's quite a tall guy, Justin Greaves. Delivers from quite high, at times just gets that ball to bounce.
That's a good sight for the West Indies. Well, it's on tour. I always tell the story. Touring, doing what we all do, Mali, as you would know, you're doing your job. And we had some great battles with Barbados domestically for Trinidad and Tobago over the years. One year, I can't remember where I was, whether I was in New Zealand or something, and I switched on to a stream of, must have been a stream, Barbados playing, and I saw Justin Greaves opening the bowling, and I thought to myself, okay, that's a bit of a climb down from some of the high pace that we used to see with the new ball for Barbados. Former West Indies under-19 player, I think it might have been 2012, I think. Short leg needed. Forgive me, Justin, if it was a little bit later. Love him. Met his father the other night. Lovely man. 2 for 8 for 6.
Greaves continues. Play and a miss. Suppose there would be a little temptation in the mind of Ruston Chase Carlos to perhaps get one of his more established seamers on from that end. Last ball of the previous over. But Greaves is showing that he's doing just enough to still get another wicket.
I think that's the consideration. When do you go all out attack? It's still Mohammad Rizwan from one end. So whilst you want to go bang bang and get rid of the tail as quickly as possible, I think Ruston Chase may also be thinking he has an element of control from this Justin Greaves end with a wicket-taking ability because he's gone double strike. But he think he's getting the best of both worlds with Justin from one end and the ability to potentially rotate the seamers from the other. I think if they get Mohammad Rizwan though. And 2 becomes 3 for Justin Greaves. Wicket to wicket has been the mantra, and it's been successful. Ali Usman getting a cold shoulder from Mohammad Rizwan, but he's reviewed it just in time.
Clear gap as the ball passes the bat. No bat involved. Ball tracking, please. Pitching outside off, impact in line, wicket sitting, original decision out. Pitchers stay with your out decision.
He's honing on that stump line.
Yeah, this is why I don't think Ruston Chase will want to change him, because he's doing the job. There's an element of control, but there's also a little bit of wicket-taking ability because of the lateral movement. So he's not just holding an end.
Is he bowling at the right pace to get the most movement from the surface? So the Pakistan bowlers, when they operated, not high pace as well, but they were able to get some prodigious movement off the surface. So I just wonder if it has to do with that, the pace at which you operate on this particular 22 yards. Right, Mohammad Rizwan gets the strike, third consecutive wicket maiden for Greaves, 256 for 7. The combination of the drums and that shak creating an atmosphere. Greaves with his career best at the moment. Can he improve on previous 3-4? Can he get a 4-4 for the first time? Continues to grow in stature with the bat. We've seen a few centuries from him, but he's done this job as well quite well. Gets important wickets for the West Indies.
And these are the 3 wickets. 3-wicket maidens tells the story of the pressure built before the destruction. Timber on a couple of occasions, and then one of the easier LBW decisions you'd have to make.
Hasn't conceded a run going into his 4th consecutive over now, Justin Greaves. So in addition to getting wickets, he's building pressure from that southern end. That's what bowling coach Ravi Rampal will be most pleased with. Another one, a 4th wicket for Justin Greaves, make that 4 in 4 overs. And he gets the wicket of Mohammad Rizwan. The West Indians are cockahoo.
This has been a spectacular seam bowling exhibition from Justin Greaves. The outstretched hands with the waving, wagging index finger. It's an index finger that's wagged 4 times back to back. Mohammad Rizwan, the last of them, 259 for 8, Pakistan.
Searching for a first 5-wicket haul. Thick outside edge. Shea Hope does the rest. Understand what he's trying to do, or was trying to do, Mohammad Rizwan, with that lower order now. Slips are well spread. Hasn't conceded a run now on 4 wickets for Greaves.
Yeah, good spell of bowling. Top spell of bowling. Actually beating him for pace. Hitting so low on the bat. A celebration that we've seen quite a few times now in this half hour. Conversations with the legend. Been a starry show so far for the morning.
Another wicket maiden for Greaves. 259 for 8. The first delivery after lunch. If there were any questions in that dressing room during the luncheon interval as to who would start the bowling from that southern end, Justin Greaves would put both hands up. Give me the ball. I'm on 4 wickets. I'm making this ball talk. Give it to me. Well, they've given it to him. Just reflecting on what he's done in this test match with the ball, Justin Greaves. First spell, wicketless, 18 runs, a little bit on the expensive side. But in this second spell, just 9 runs into his 7th over now. 4 wickets, and 4 of those wickets came in maiden overs as well.
Yeah, he's not express pace, Justin Greaves. So his strategy would rely heavily on hitting good lengths. And what he'll try to continue to do is suffocate the batsmen with dot balls, keep building that pressure and force them to make mistakes, which they have done.
Mohamed Abbas would argue that he played inside the line, looked at it all the way. Just pulled his bat away, but it was after the ball passed. So good probing stuff here from Justin Greaves. The slip is well spread. Look at the 3 fielders in that slip region. And they're quite far from each other. Don't want anything to go between them. What sort of lateral movement was available? The seam movement. Have a look at the actual delivery with and without deviation. Just enough there to get the inside edge. What is the trajectory of this one? To beat that inside edge as well. Then that LBW, so there's just enough for him to create problems.
And usually he plays the role of holding up an end for the first change bowlers to sort of get a rest. You mentioned at the start of this match, it's a blank script for players to sort of etch their names.
Edged, carries through to Shea Hope, a first 5-wicket haul. They'll just want to check to make sure. But Justin Greaves is celebrating, West Indians are celebrating. And is this a maiden fifer in test match cricket?
Yeah, clear spike when the ball is next to the bat. Can you roll it through for the catch, please? Ball has clearly gone into the gloves. Satisfied the ball has carried. I'm ready with my decision for the big screen.
All right, confirmation. It is out, and Justin Greaves has etched his name indelibly in the history books here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. First 5-wicket haul. Abbas goes without scoring, 9 down, 267 on the board.